You done enough this turn or this round?
I mean, you killed it, basically.
We're talking about the Juju zombie.
Aha! Sheep, I get to see its stat block by clicking on it because it's an object now, you fool!
Oh, no. No stat
It's
blocks.
too late. My
No
print
stat
screen. You can
Oh,
take it
damn
back.
it. You fooled me.
Come over here and examine this robot with Pimen.
Yes.
I look glumly at all the like basically bloody marks of scrapes up through the tube. And look to Zarin, sort of, you know.
I did that 26 roll before, if that gives me any prior knowledge.
I mean, I don't understand why you'd even have to roll a skill check again. You were already, like, looked at the...
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, mine is mostly to kind of, like...
I'm not talking about you. You didn't roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't roll to see what it was initially, although I guess Kainrich could, like, tell me what he knows. But mostly Pimien's looking to see if there's any salvageable stuff, like the syringes, for example, or any kind of intact, valuable mechanics.
There might be salvageable salvage, essentially. However, nothing that immediately looks incredibly worthwhile to actually try to salvage. The bits and pieces could be taken off, but they would likely stop functioning as soon as they are not part of the whole anymore.
Pimien also looks down to the south as if he hears something also.
So frowns.
Zarin tenses, and he is going to step to the door with a forceful hand.
Gets ready to kill something. He hasn't heard anything, but that, I mean, last time that was a thing, so...
The door opens as Zarin approaches it, and will enter combat. As I will reveal for Zarin. Zarin sees a room with a couple beds, unused clearly, as well as a robot you haven't seen before. This one floating on whirring... That's a terrible word. On
rotors?
Whirling wings, on rotors, as it were, with two claw-like hands and a long tube coming out from one of the hands. It turns towards you and begins attacking, meaning we'll enter initiative. I guess Chandala gets to act first.
Well,
Doors open like...
yeah, let's just fly down here.
You know, what the hell's even the point of opening fucking doors in this life?
I know, right?
Run down here, see the thing, and I'm going to shoot the thing. Kablamo! Oh, that's
You
a
missed.
jam for the rifle. That's unfortunate.
So basically it's a click.
Yep, it's a click.
The barrel exploding.
Oh, now I'm safe at least.
The flying metal thing points its hand tube towards Chandala, and while it does sound like a shot fired, even there's no projectile. And Chandala still gets hit as essentially a bullet of force strikes her for 4 non-lethal damage. As from the far side of the room, Pimien would understand these words as the robot speaks in Androthan, saying, "There is no reason to struggle. You are in safe hands." Moves forward and tries to swipe at Zarin. That does not, however, hit. Pimien.
Pimien says, "It said there's no need to struggle, but I insist that you struggle."
Robots lie.
And it will step out and, I will step out and make a shot. Oh, well, that's 4 less, actually. I forgot the, them firing into melee.
That is 4
And I'll be
less.
lucky also.
That would still be a hit.
Yep, for 2 damage, which probably got DR.
Henrik.
Let's see. They're a bit too far apart, so... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we'll pull out my crossbow and try to shoot the medical drone. Guess it's into melee as well, so that's a -4, is it?
Yeah.
That's correct.
There we go.
That does not hit. Roll for.
I'll delay until after Shandala with the thought that she'll move away so I can move up.
Well,
Zaren?
well, you don't have to delay that long. Is this a valid target, or is this like filled with whatever?
You can step there.
Okay.
It's a tight fit, but it works.
All right. Zoran will 5-foot step there. You must be swift as a coursing river.
I'll be a man.
Now I'm no longer adjacent to someone. Happy days. Still gonna miss.
That does not hit. Roll for.
Let's rage. And go adjacent to.
If you wanted to risk an attack of opportunity, you could get a flanking bonus, Manikai.
I don't want to be stabbed with syringe fingers. It really doesn't seem like a good idea.
But it's here to help you.
Well, you're gonna be stabbed by syringe fingers anyway, unless you fucking
I'll
take this thing down.
distance strike this. Guess why not?
For great destiny.
Power attack as well. Why not? Let's try it. Everything.
That does not hit. Shandala.
No time for me to get fucked by this robot right here. Been good playing with you guys. It's a shame
Does
that
an
didn't
11 hit the touch?
11 does not hit its touch.
Damn it! Damn it! Well, I got a grit back. Oh, I couldn't because it was jammed. I will step back and spend a grit to unjam the gun as a move action.
And then
Actually, I don't have
shoot.
to. Actually, well, can I shoot in the... Well, it's still loaded, I guess. I mean, I want to shoot.
I mean, clearing it, I'm not sure if that is...
If I don't spend a grit, it's a standard action. If I spend grit, it's a move action to clear it.
To clear or to reload?
To clear.
Then you'd have to reload after that.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. Then I'm gonna 5-foot step, standard action clear, and then move action reload.
Okay.
Oh, that 20 went to the gods then too.
Yep, it's that type of session, I guess.
Just wait for the ones.
I had one already, so.
The flying chunk of metal will whir towards Zaren and attack him with its 2 claws. Or with 1 claw, I suppose.
I was about to say, holy shit, it fucking pounces? What the fuck is this game? This game's made out of dumb.
Murderbot XE. Engage.
That's what Pimian did with the...
The white robot will turn towards Zaren, saying again in Androthan, "The doctor will be with you shortly," as he'll swipe at Zaren with its claws.
These medical bot one-liners are great.
And it also seems that the drone's soft metal seems to be slowly knitting back together.
Oh no.
Vemian.
Oh,
These
no.
fuckers too, huh?
Oh, what kind of action is it to make a knowledge check?
Move action,
No, bollocks.
I think.
Okay, well, I will then attack the
I
thing
think it's a swift
instead.
action, actually. But,
Is it? Yeah, I want to try to identify.
Yeah, sure, swift action.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to try to identify the big hunk of flying stuff.
Well, it's most definitely a robot, and it's also most definitely flying.
Excellent. All right, I'll shoot through the medical one. That's also at a -4. I keep forgetting to freaking press the button. I'll
Even
press
at
it
a
now.
-4, that still hits.
Excellent.
Kenrick.
I'm the anti-fast healing guy.
Oh, can move swift move over here and what kind of image is the burst? Because the sleep spell is a burst area. So
It's
is
like
it
a
like
square. You would hit Grimmith with it.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you were to
wondering
get-
if it's worth it to try to sleep those two, and if both of them sleep, we can just wake up Zarin if he falls asleep as well, right?
Yeah, it
You
is a
can't
move
make
action to
me
wake
fall
up.
asleep. Not that you would know that. I
Well,
say go for it.
yeah.
Are you sure? Because it does affect constructs. Oh wait.
Trust me, it doesn't affect me.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, go for it then.
Oh, that's a 10 burst, it seems. Yep, it's 17 DC.
17. The medical drone fails. I'll mark it with a halo that it's sleeping. The big chunk of metal, however, does not seem to care much.
That was a nice save on its part.
Zarin.
Well, pretty much that's the point of me flanking then. So I just full round action does provoke an attack of opportunity coup de grace. I'm just going to what? What do you want?
If you stepped over there, I'd move and flank with you, and then Chandala could like finish it with her 40
That's a fair point.
Sure.
face
Good.
shot. As long as
Okay.
there's two.
I'll go ahead and step like this. Select this robot as my target instead. Attempt to whack it. That's not whacking. I end my turn in sadness.
Oh.
Zarin does find out that the robot is surprisingly nimble with its rotors, its circular wings.
Zarin doesn't find that out. You can't tell me what I think. I think that I'm just slow. It's not
Give no credit to the enemy at
You
all.
just lay down and die.
It's the new weight. It's the new weight. It's way.
I'll make this a destined strike as well.
So much destiny.
Just because.
How many of these fucking things you get? They're like mana raining
3.
from heaven.
Did you apply the
That-
flank?
Yep.
Does not manage to hit.
I'll stop power attacking them.
Unfortunate. Well, reloaded and ready. Chandala steps up here and coup de grace the medical droid. Basically putting the the rifle right next to its head and pressing the trigger. So we'll do an attack and times 4 the damage, basically.
Watch, it's going to be like a 20.
It will be pretty good, but
32.
8 times 4.
32 then.
Yeah, it's again the fortitude save that it can't make.
Yeah.
But it could roll a 20, sheep.
That's true. But it didn't. The robot will hover over here and attack Rofa.
It knows strategy.
That's it.
And it once for 4 points of damage.
Bonk.
Bonk. I've pressed the fire into melee button this time. There.
Damn.
That hits.
Go, Professor.
It does, however, do no visible damage.
Fun.
Henrik.
Okay. Yeah, I can hit it from here. Well, seeing that the professor's bow didn't do any damage, I will have to switch to my acid spell. Let's see, let's do that. Range touch.
That does hit its touch.
Let's see how much damage. 2.
2 points of acid damage, that is?
Yep.
Okay. That does seem to leave at least a mark. Zarin.
No, in turn.
Go for.
Yep. This won't be a destined strike, but I will not power attack either, because that seems to not be working very well. So, that and flanking. Attack.
That hits and does a chunk of damage, although its metal armor does seem to absorb quite a bit of that hit. Chandala.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Hey, it's the hardness thing, guys.
That's
Made of metal.
Brilliant. Brilliant deduction, Professor.
So when we slay it, we'll just put it on our bodies, and then we'll have
Oh, yeah.
But then it will like contract on you and kill you.
Oh, then we'll like go into the sun. It'll like completely like shrivel up and.
That hits. That does some damage.
That's why they crashed.
Using acid bullets.
Oh no! This planet has a yellow sun.
It'll
Ship just.
hop over here and attack Rofar.
Well,
Hit for 5 points.
what a bitch. All right.
Well, he's a resistant bugger.
You like
Damien.
Are called shots a thing? Can I try to shoot it in the rotors to make it like fall?
I don't think that's a thing you can do. I think it's a thing gunslingers can do when they have
Yeah,
grit.
that would essentially be a ranged combat maneuver, which you can't do unless you have a class feature for that kind of thing.
So the answer is Pimian can't do it.
Damien can't do it, yeah.
I can't do it yet. Give me 5 more levels.
I'd like 5 more
Oh
levels.
god, yeah, exactly.
And this system became far less complex than it was in older D&D. when I just
Can I unfold the folding pole and shove it into the rotor?
Yes! Yam it in there.
Well, how many actions does it take to unfold a 10-foot ball?
I'm not sure.
I would say unfolding it
Depends on how
Takes-
erotic the situation is.
takes a standard action, and you can do a ranged combat maneuver with it, but with a -2 penalty.
All right. Well, I promise that my CMB is awful, but we'll try. I'll unfold the pole this turn and try again next turn because I can't reach
If
it.
this works, it's gonna be great.
Okay, Kenrick.
Well, I will make a knowledge check against it. And fail horribly.
Derp.
Would we treat it like a trip, by the way? Because messing up the rotor would make it like fall.
I would say so, yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, I don't really have anything else, so just keep throwing acid at it.
I mean, that usually deters things. My personal
Shouldn't-
experience.
Shouldn't keep taking this off. Ah,
That does not hit. Zarin.
Don't have time to play this. I'm taking the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Miss.
Aha.
There you go.
That hits. Again, most of the strike absorbed by the thick metal armor this robot has.
What do you want us to do?
Rofar.
Keep
too
hitting
bad the
it.
sleep didn't hit that one.
Yeah, I'll just smack it again. As best I can.
It's a
Well,
good
you
hits.
see, you were supposed to be able to afford the adamantine greatsword available at George by this point.
That one that gives like a D6 cold too. Like that one.
Chandala.
15
Like the Harry
touch.
Potter movie where he's looking
That
at
hits,
room.
but does no damage.
Wow.
Hardness 10.
Holy moly.
Damn.
Oh, hover over here and attack Rofar.
Nope.
And
I got
14 hits.
bonuses against. I got bonus against robots, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. Permian.
Okay. I want to give this a shot. Oh, it moved all the way down there.
Yes, Professor.
I have to like,
I had this pole.
yeah. You know, that's my
Big.
thought process. That's 10 feet.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I will.
Stick a pole in there. Move
Yes,
it
very, very
area.
carefully. I have made the calculations. It should.
I mean, this probably won't eat the pole.
Wood beats iron, yeah.
Everyone knows that. Oh,
I mean, it's not even iron. It's fucking.
God metal. Who knows?
Yeah. It's metal made out of
Oh, wait,
well,
like the weapon.
That doesn't beat a whole lot of people.
well.
Wait, did I roll something?
You rolled a -2.
Yeah, that was the bonus.
No, you literally rolled a -2.
I don't even see anything because I didn't select a weapon.
You rolled a 4 on the d20, which after penalties is a -2.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
terrible.
I like the idea though. You know, I like.
Poles
what
out of
you're trying to
lands
do.
over here.
You do touch one of the rotors, but as it turns out, it's spinning very fast, and you didn't expect it. The pole go flying.
I didn't expect it. Well,
Heinrich.
How could the professor have been fooled?
As it is.
Can I still keep making a knowledge check against it, or
Well, you could, but what are you hoping to find out?
any weaknesses?
Sure, make one as a swift action.
To succeed, it has no weakness.
it is
It
God.
has the typical weaknesses of robots that have been identified: critical hits and electricity.
That is correct.
Shot acid bullets. It's not even acid, is it? Non-corrosive metal.
Well, acid did do full damage to it earlier.
It's made out of asbestos.
Oh,
Anything else?
Oh God,
That's
we're gonna have
those
lung
are robots.
problems in the future.
yeah, we'll keep throwing acid at it.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yes.
is most definitely it.
Sizzle it.
It's sizzles.
Make it burn.
Saren.
Let's go ahead and.
Put it to bed.
For great justice.
Yes,
That's a hit.
right justice.
You take those 4 points of damage. I end my turn. Complete the mission!
I'll fucking ruin this thing's day if I can. Get away with it. Or have.
Power attack, fucker!
Do it!
Destroy!
Maximum power!
Like you did the Juju zombie.
Sure, I'll power attack it.
Remember your destiny.
I drank 100 gold pieces to watch you murder the Juju zombie.
I shot it with gold.
Like fine wine.
The priest rubs his
Man.
hands. Yes.
That
that would.
does not hit it.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't even if I hadn't power attacked. So.
Chandala.
Well, seeing this, fine. We'll pop an acid bullet in this and shoot.
Pop it in it.
14 touch.
That hits
Alright.
for no damage, but the acid.
3.
That
Such
does hit
power.
it, and it seems to be having a lot of trouble keeping itself afloat.
Aha! I've set it up.
It will,
Time for
however,
Professor Pibian to kill Steel.
With a 10-foot pole improvised weapon.
Oh goodness! And then he like crits with the pole somehow.
sparks flying out in between his metal armor. It will try to hit Rofor.
It's about to hear like detonate.
Hit, and it will plummet to the ground, shooting sparks, but nothing else.
Bzz.
Killed it with my pain.
I'm pretty sure it was the bullets and the sword
Can't
strike.
process
Rotor.
that. Killed it with my pain.
Monster.
Oh,
I'm really good.
Combat is over.
All right.
Zarin
Uh-oh.
immediately
Back to
wheels
this room.
around, looking for the knocking sound.
The knocking sounds seem to be coming from one of the coffin-like structures in the northern side of the room.
The shit, that's creepy.
Zarin eyes the coffin thing. Is it translucent? Is it completely opaque?
It's essentially a metal coffin. You can't look into it.
Professor, I need you.
Is there a slot there? Like, can I open this thing with I immediately pull out black key card, whack it at the coffin?
It does have handles.
Okay, it's good. Zarin will apply hands to handles.
The coffin does open, offering some resistance at first, but then it swings open, revealing a familiar face, although in terrible condition, as who you find is clearly Connor Bane. He is alive and conscious, however he is not only bearing a rather nasty wound on his legs, he is also not looking very great. He is cross-eyed, having obvious troubles concentrating, and is currently unable to essentially say anything. He does spot Zaren's face and tries to form what Zeren would think is the word Zeren, however fails to do so.
Zaren blinks, he drops the greatsword, and he puts his hands right over, like, Connor. What? Connor.
He does emit muffled noises. He drifts in and out of consciousness, and does eventually manage to say, Zeren.
Let me take a look at him. Sean approaches, like unfurling whatever, like weird medical stuff she has on her bandoliers, and I'll do a heal check to see what I can tell about his condition.
Okay, roll me a heal check. Well, the most obvious thing that Chandala can see right away is that the wounds from his legs essentially seem to be coming from syringes and quite intentional cuts, many of them in fact. Must have been done over multiple days even. It is also obvious that he probably would have died had he not been, well, given medical care after the fact.
She will mumble, sort of looking at his wounds, carefully observing it, and she will say, he has been stung with those needle fingers and cut up several times, but also mended. It seems that she grimaces, I would almost guess that they tried to vivisect him or something.
Back to town now. Temple will kill all of them myself if they don't.
She nods. Yes, getting back to town seems like a good idea at this point.
Should let the professor take a look at him as well.
No need. Trust Shonda. Please grab greatsword. Rothor, help me.
Sure.
The other coffin is...
The other coffin is empty.
Yeah, we John will just take a quick look around the town while they, not town, while they gather up Connor there, and see if you can sort of toss the place for valuables.
Do these robots have anything?
The robots do not seem to have any possessions that could be taken from them. The weapons that they do possess are inbuilt to the point where detaching them would make them useless.
Can't fling arm around.
Apart from sharp metal bits, there's very little you can salvage. Chandala does find the occasional useful-looking item in a metal crate. Among them are a black box with a screen, a small plastic pistol with a syringe instead of a barrel, a slightly larger plastic pistol-shaped object with a pointy nozzle, 2 plastic canisters, and 2 tubes of a brown mud-like substance.
I didn't get any of that written down. I just assume I got stuff.
I can give you those things in text version. However, we can do that later.
Alright, we gather those up. Jana will toss them into her waterproof bag. And I guess we track back to town.
Yeah, same way as we came.
Can you break the syringes on those medical robots and drain the liquids from them to a container?
You can try it, however, you think it very unlikely that the liquid will stay intact.
No, okay.
Let's break it anyway. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
It's acid, no.
It doesn't inject you with acid.
As you can backtrack to town without too many difficulties at all.
And anything we encounter, like, on our way back, like, I know that we restored power to, like, the deserty area. Like, how does, like, the... Zooming out here, like, the rooms, like, to the left of that look? Is there any difference as we pass through there?
The rooms are now lit, as well as the room over here, which had similar constructions as the electricity gauntlet, as you called it before. Does seem to have flickered to life as well. However, it does not seem to malfunction to the point of electricity arcing around.
Did we find anything in this room before leaving?
Which room?
This one.
No.
Okay.
Alright, back we go.
We can come down here and scour the place clean.
Yep.
When this guy's safe.
Yep.
Copy your tokens then. We'll go to the torch map.
Can't believe you vultures are trying to beg for like little pieces of loot when this is the 4,000 fucking gold pieces.
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna
I
get
don't.
that anyway.
I don't put a value on human lives, man.
Well, I do, and he's worth more than the
Do you
thing
know
that
how much
would
he's
bow down
worth?
here tomorrow.
We're like Blink. I thought you loved him. No, it's gold.
He's Connor, quickly. You can't die for me. You're my big payday.
No. Regardless of whether we return him alive or dead, we're getting paid.
Well, that's
so.
true. But
Come on, people, get with the program.
keep him alive.
Might be a bonus in it if we're keeping him alive.
How to keep a corpse hostage.
Send small pieces of him to the council.
Let's go back and hear how much the temple needs in order for them to want to save him.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Or I will fucking kill them.
Oh,
How
such
much
healing
is he worth to you?
so expensive, you see.
That's not even a joke. I will quit this campaign after I killed them.
And then Saren went mad. Oh.
Understandably so.
Yes, well, I mean, I would completely understand him.
Well, actually, you are most likely carrying him to the temple straight away.
Mm-hmm.
As rushing towards the temple, you do easily attract quite the attention, even on the way there already, that even before reaching there, Joanne, the Clockfather Joanne, would already stand in front of it, looking what all the commotion is about, and look, well, appropriately shocked as you carry the body, the still obviously alive body of Connor, towards him, as he immediately turns to one of his acolytes, sending him back into the church, as he then approaches you.
I think for the first time, Zoran's going to show a complete lack of respect towards Joram. Found him. Fix him.
I've sent the acolytes to get everything that might help, but what happened to him?
He seems to have been kept in some sort of state of drugged consciousness and being operated on for weeks now.
Oh my. Well, carry him inside. We'll make a bed for him, and Zaren, I promise you that I will do my best personally.
Zoran's eyes narrow, and he begins shuffling Connor's body into the temple.
So we'll just help him.
Graham will look at Connor, who again is drifting in and out of consciousness. Although Connor does manage to speak yet another coherent word. So he says to mostly Joram, but all of you, the words, no, nanites, points at his head as he again loses consciousness.
Zoran blinks, and we'll think about that later after he puts the body down in a bed.
Graham does nod at that. I do have some ideas on how to help him. The leg, while rather grisly, should not be our first concern. If there's really something wrong with his head, as he seems to have tried to convey, then yes, I do think I can help him. Looks at all of you. Although what he might need the most at the moment might just be a bit of quiet.
Shauna nods. That's fine. I'll give you to it then, Clockfather. She sort of moves out of the room. She pats Saren on the shoulder while she moves past him.
Yes, thank you. Zaren, you can stay, of course.
Zoran looks at him as if that wasn't negotiable.
Pimian,
Suppose we should go and get the money.
did we get any of those syringes? Maybe they have any, like...
No.
I was okay. I was gonna say, if we had grabbed the syringes, we could give some of them to the Clockfather and say, hey, maybe these can help you. These were,
Couldn't be
the
grabbed.
bots, like...
Yeah, we
Yeah.
couldn't bring them with us.
Oh. Okay, well. That sucks.
Also, things would be like rude for him to stay. It's not really
Yeah.
his business. He'll be right outside if Is anyone present?
Rothorn, if you could please, get Val and tell her that Connor is here.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Go to fetch Val.
Shonda will go to the Sylvan's Call to look for that merchant.
Sylvan's Call. Sure.
Pimian can come too, I guess.
Well, first of all, Connor is indeed placed in a rather comfy-looking bed in a corner of the temple next to one of the workbenches, where he's instantly crowded by not only Jerem, but many of the acolytes as well, offering many a suggestion on how to help him. Some of them obviously not very useful, but they are most definitely trying their best. Shandala does not manage to find the merchant Sambotrat at Silver's Call.
And if she asks for him?
She'll find Barry, first of all, who immediately offers to answer with a shrug.
Square, perhaps?
We saw him yesterday when we sort of ushered him out. He didn't return here?
Oh, he was here in the early afternoon, in the early morning, but then he left again.
Didn't say where he went, I suppose.
Barry shrugs again.
Market Square.
Yeah, well, let's go to the market square, I suppose.
Yeah.
The market square is populated. Already rumors of what you have just carried through town spreading and evolving into strange stories. You do find what must be a shop, as he did say that he had a knack for knickknacks, and one of the shops does indeed have the subtitle "A Knack for Knickknacks." It is, however, closed.
She looks inside. Knocks on the door.
There's no response.
Is there a shop next to it?
Well, it is essentially a small cart on one of the on the marketplace. There is a shop next to it.
She will ask that shopkeeper if the owner of this shop has been seen today.
Shalala will get the answer, no.
He's up to something.
He is up to something.
He's probably down there right now taking all the loot.
Ah, yeah.
Still in the Technic League.
You can camp by the
Knew
lake.
it. Yeah, I'm totally gonna actually camp by the lake and wait for him to show up.
Probably going to
Basically,
Starfall right
basically
now.
sitting there, you know, rifle in over legs, looking down at the lake.
What, like the the stereotypical American father on prom night?
That's when you figure out he's a juju zombie and you can't beat him on your own.
Then you will hear a shot and a scream and nothing more.
The juju master.
Yeah.
I am the Juju Master. Come to collect my disciple. You made him in cement.
Yes.
I'm most offended.
I will now kill everyone in town, yes. That is most honorable.
This Juju way.
All right.
Rotha goes to get Val.
All right. What's Kenrick currently doing?
I was just following the...
Oh, because you're here twice.
Yeah, the one in the tavern hasn't been deleted or anything.
Yeah, you know, just like Joram Kite being number one by the temple here. He's number one.
He's
think there's
not
actually-
visible twice.
Citizen of the month after.
I think there's actually 3 Kenricks here because this is 2.
I deleted that one before.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
There's one
I
in the
thought
tavern.
The
as well.
tavern.
So you told us to
Sure.
copy the tokens.
Okay.
I just need to know where you are currently.
He's at 11 on the map with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not in the tavern.
No.
But Rotha,
Although that's probably where Pimian's about to go back to. So
Oh, that murder guy's there. He's like,
Yeah, I'll just follow.
I
the
have
plan.
Val. I'll trade him for knickknacks. Well, I mean, wait. So we go there now. All right. Well, we'll set up right here. So I assume I'll be arriving here first.
yeah.
You would be here first, yes.
Well, Val's room is back there, so assuming there's no light or anything going on in any place, that's where he'll go.
There's no real light anywhere. Although, moving towards the house, you do hear noises coming from the foundry.
Bad noises?
Just something shuffling about.
What's in there? Looking through the window.
That is where the robots are, so it's important knowledge for Rothor.
Oh, that son of a
see?
bitch.
A
Okay,
very
end him.
surprised,
All right.
to the point of shocked figure of the merchant Sandal Tread as he turns towards you and says, "Oh, the door was unlocked, and well,
Motherfucker, get him!
Open the door.
Get him!
hello. I was just wondering whether I could take a look at these."
Like, is the guy armed? Like,
He does not seem to be immediately armed, although he does seem to be wearing a short sword on his hip.
Knock him out.
Are you
Yeah,
just
So
is
not
it him?
intimidating at all.
I'm thinking just like full attack him. Like just
Wait, what
Don't-
happened?
don't-
Don't kill him, but knock him out.
You're like, do
Yeah.
what you want, man. Like fucking Rothor's the only one here. You're the one who
well,
got
if
him.
he's messing with what he says, those are dangerous.
Yes, but
Did you talk to about coming in here?
Well, the little girl was currently busy sleeping, and none of you were here.
Looked in her
Go into
room.
her bedroom.
Yes,
Well,
he is
I was
sleeping.
trying to see if anyone was home, of course.
Drop the weapon.
I
Drops his great sword. Prepares to rage.
What's going on?
roll me an intimidate check.
Sure.
He does slowly move his hand towards his short sword, drawing it out of his scabbard, and does gently put it on the floor as he raises up again, his arms extended. Now, I
I'm
could maybe.
going to have to hold you here. You see, my friend owns this place and these machines, and you are here, well, presumably against the law.
I wasn't
So-
aware that there's a law against entering a public place that was not locked. Connor's Foundry is known to be a workplace that anyone may use.
It's kind of for Connor to decide when he wakes up, maybe.
Regardless, we'll talk to Connor about that, I think.
That's going to be difficult, though, isn't it?
No.
He raises an eyebrow.
Just
You found him then,
picks up the sword and says, yeah, we did.
and he's alive?
Yes.
Oh, that's excellent news, isn't it? Is it? It is, right?
Does he think it is?
Just this stone face on Rotor.
Well, Rofor definitely gets the feeling that he's just making small talk to prevent the inevitable.
He's a dick, basically. All right.
He's gonna like.
This is
he's
you
gonna
don't like
just,
me,
Like, bolt and like
but I'm
jump
beginning
through
to
the
not
window.
like you.
Well, perhaps I should probably just leave, and
You
if you
should
wish
probably just sit down right over there. Right now.
to... He does move over there, but continues talking. If you wish to press charges, I think you have to
Sit
go
down.
to the...
Right now.
He sits down.
Then he'll try to let out a bellow, basically, Val! As loud as he can.
There's a small pause as the high-pitched voice of the girl bellows back, "Don't shout, I have a headache!"
Did he drug her?
Connor's back from the ruins! He's at the temple!
There's another moment of silence as essentially what Rover hears is Val shooting up and running away.
He says, tell the others that there's a thief! He looks down at the guy and says, see, this might not have been necessary. Now we have to wait here. So, tell me about your story. Who are you?
Well, I am one who has quite the interest in the things that can be found around Numeria, and you had some of those, so I wanted to ask whether or not I could see them, but I could never quite catch you. And when I came here and saw that that nobody was here and the door unlocked, I thought, well, it's not going to hurt to take a look now, is it? I wouldn't have taken anything, of course.
Well, you understand that we have to be cautious. There's a little girl here alone, after all.
Oh, she is known to be quite capable to take care of herself.
That's what some would say. Still, I owe it to my friends to be sure.
Yes,
I mean,
I understand. However, I do believe that you're currently, restraining me here without good cause, and we wouldn't. I mean, if you want to press
We'll talk
charges,
to
then
Conquer about that, I think.
Jones, shuts up.
Oh.
Could I at least, while I wait here, take a look at those then?
Oh, no. They're dangerous. Last time someone took a look at them, they almost killed that person. You shouldn't trust these machines, you know.
Well, I don't, which is why I want to study them, of course.
How would that help? Just destroy them in any way you can.
Sure.
The merchant has met his match.
The spirits within them get angry from time to time, you see. It begins explaining about the tribal understanding of these machines and why we should break all of them forever.
He nods occasionally.
You can't reason with Rovo. Your cute words will not help you here.
Don't
He
have
knows not. Meanwhile, fucking Pimian is just like strolling happily up the road with his donkey. Like, gonna take a look at some technology today.
Kenrick is with him as...
Worth us
Just
not being
holding his
quiet.
head. Oh, the singing. The incessant singing.
No, he's gotten pretty used to it by now.
He like walks in here and he like sees. He like walks in here and he like sees through across the double window. He sees that dude in there. He's like,
Standing
motherfucker.
with his sword.
Why did everyone start to hate this guy suddenly?
Look at what he's done.
No, Pimian like rushes in and says, "Hey, don't you know this place is closed? Oh, hi, Rothor."
Found this guy trying to snoop at the drones. I thought it would best if he stayed here until we could find some other people.
Well, I'm some
Good
other
company, he said, gives the guy a smile. Good listener, that is.
Oh, yes, and hello there, Professor. Well, you must be one who understands professional interest in these things, right? Who can blame me for opening a door that clearly wasn't blocked to a place that usually is very public to look at things that are clearly very interesting?
I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge that this place was closed when Connor went missing, though. Val said it herself on many occasions. She closed the place down.
Yeah, but I'm from out of town, you see. I haven't heard these things.
You didn't see the big closed sign in the window?
I didn't.
Didn't come up in a chat at all whenever he was chilling with the Clockfather and Silver Disc Hall.
Yeah.
Looks over at the big closed sign.
The, like, very clearly marked closed sign in, like, 3 languages.
Closed, little girl home alone. Do not enter if you're a stranger away from town.
With weapons.
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Well, Pimian will pull out, like,
I'm
some
sure
chalk
it's all a
and circle this
misunderstanding.
sign.
If it's your fate to stay here, however, that's what's gonna happen. It has its way with these things. All we can do is follow along, doing our part.
And although you are right, I do understand a professional interest. It still doesn't excuse trespassing.
I screamed for Val to to leave, and I think she heard me.
She was actually running down the road quite quickly on our way past here. She passed us.
This what was your name again?
My name is Sanvil Tret. I'm known as the merchant who has a knack for the knickknacks.
Knack here talked about the law in the city. Do any of you know about that sort of thing?
I'm clueless.
I mean, where I come from, there isn't really much of a law, honestly.
Where I come from, everything's really gloomy, and so the law's reflected.
Shrux.
Where I come from, the Technic League is the law.
I suppose the council would decide what happens to criminals here.
Suppose so. Well,
If
I
we
could
find them, so looked at him.
Is this the man, Pimon, you told us about? That you met? In
Yes,
the
he
caves?
was. he was on his way down, but then we were running away from that zombie, and I told him that he should probably leave before he gets slaughtered. So
At least he seems to have some wisdom in him.
He shrugs.
There's a
How
lot
come
of
Seemed
you
like
were?
a good piece of advice at the time.
How come were you in those caves? Didn't you think it was dangerous?
Well, there's always danger involved when one wants to sate his curiosity, of course.
The real question is, how did you learn about the entrance?
No, you hear about many places and many things when you just listen to people and drink a lot.
But not the fountain being
No.
closed, apparently.
Who told you about it?
Oh, I think it was Clockfather Durham, actually. He mentioned something in passing about the Weeping Pond. It's not a really important secret, after all, that there's an entrance to the caves down there. Most people know. There's been many groups down there, after all.
Well, if you know there's been many groups down there, how did you think you could survive there alone?
Well, you see, you went in there before I did, so I figured that if I just stick close to the entrance, then clearly you've already made sure that it is perfectly safe for even normal people such as me to go there.
So, what kind of money would you pay for one of these? Sort of kicks the robot thing.
Well, they are essentially salvage at this point, although they are quite interesting. I would pay you, I think, 50 gold pieces each.
What about ones that have, like, syringes for hands?
90?
And the one that flies?
Well, it hardly flies anymore now, does it?
These rocks. You never
Rothor,
know with these things.
I mean, says Rothor, I hardly think that these are fair prices for something with so little known about them. Perhaps we should investigate them further and then perhaps consider a deal. And besides, I think Connor should look at them as well. I mean, I think we owe it to him to inspect the things that nearly killed him.
I suppose the city's caves would have the city's things in them. I still think we could find something down there, but...
I will turn to Pimen and whisper to him that I think I will go and fetch Shandala here because I think she was looking for this man.
Yep.
I turn to leave. Basically, go all the way over to bring Shandala.
Oh, Professor, we were discussing the souls of robots. Care to join us?
Pimian sighs deeply. And he says, "Actually, I don't know if." He just sits down.
I guess a while later we'll come back.
Guys, totally Technic League.
Yeah, that's what I'm absolutely thinking. That's definitely what I'm thinking. Right, opens door and gets in.
Don't do anything hasty now.
Looking at him. She walks in, looks at him and says, "So,
Chandala.
Rothor, good work catching this guy."
Thanks. He was snooping at the girl and then at the machines.
Yeah, I heard. Kenrick told me on the way here.
You do make it sound far worse than it was.
Well, you did kind of break in here, didn't you?
I saw these interesting things through the window. I saw that the door was unlocked, and I figured a few minutes of, studies.
You figured no one would find out. That's what you figured.
How do you see that a door is unlocked unless you try it? She looks at him.
Oh,
Point.
details.
He snorts.
What a piece
Listen.
of shit.
Listen, you also followed us down into the dungeon, and I want to know why.
Well, you brought these things out of the dungeon, so I figured that there might be more interesting things in the dungeon.
You figure this.
I figured this, yes.
And you figure that you would go down into the dungeon yourself.
I do figure many things. Not all of them are wise, but most of them are, at least, yes.
What type of powers do you possess that you would believe yourself capable of surviving down there?
Oh, well, I at least know myself capable of at least surviving the odd insect and such. And I figured that there shouldn't be too many of the really big, really dangerous things left after you went through there to fix the town's troubles. Speaking of which, did you...
Even though we ran away screaming last time you saw us.
Well, I did run away as well and haven't entered the caverns again.
She looks
Since
at him
then.
up and down. What stuff does he have on him?
He is wearing a longsword at his hip. He does seem to be rather packed with different pockets and a small bag as well, but just looking at him, you can't see the contents, of course.
Alright, Shauna will go close and start investigating the contents.
Okay.
With a frown slightly.
You do find many a strange gadget on him, including small vials of colored liquids, and of course a rather significant chunk of money as well in different forms.
Sure. Does he have something resembling an component pouch or a spell book?
He does seem to have one of those things, yes.
Yeah. She looks at the spell book, or is there any markings on it?
On the pouch? No, but
Official Technic League markings.
looking through the pouch, you do find a small metal pin that Chandala would very much recognize as being essentially a proof that you are part of the Technic League.
Yeah.
Hey! He picked that up as like like a sightseeing tour, like he got it like a curio store.
Chandala looks at him. She sort of grips her musket and looks to Rotham and says, "This man is part of the Technic League."
He tries to keep a smile on his face, raising up his arms in essentially surrender.
Raises the great sword.
Look, I haven't hurt anyone, and I know what everyone says about the Technic League, and yes, most of it is true. However, I merely joined because of professional interest in these things. It is the only way to probably get access to these things, after all. And I'm a low-ranking member at best, and I was, well, if you want to hear my true motives, which of course you do, otherwise you wouldn't be pointing those things at me, then I will honestly tell you that I've been investigating you and the caverns because I think that there's something very odd going on in Torch, you see? And I think you are figuring the same.
You've reported on us to bad people?
I have not reported on you. I merely was in town and figured that all these going-ons are very strange. So I figured I'd investigate and maybe find out something that would help me in my professional career, you see?
And report back to the League so they could descend with all hell at their backing on Torch, no doubt.
So is very, very twitchy right now.
I know.
He'll prepare to, if this guy does anything that resembles magic, then he's gonna.
Shonda looks at him. I know your sword very well, wizard. You say one thing, you mean another, and towns die and burn for it. I've crawled out of that ashen ruin myself.
I can honestly say that I would have found that very unfortunate if anything like that would have happened.
She hits him, like snarls at him. Unfortunate! How dare you! You sniveling wretch!
A poor choice of word, I think. How about unacceptable?
Heinrich, could you take a look at this book? I'll grab the spell book and
Shauna sort of toss it over to him.
Make sure he doesn't have the pouch either.
Listen, I see your point. I don't agree with everything the Technic League does either, but as I said, it is the only way to get access to these things. And honestly, I don't think it's such a good idea to be part of that organization anymore, looking at my current situation. And I would like to ask you, what can I do to...
Do you personally own any slaves?
No.
He would say anything to try to get out now. If we let him go, he will immediately report back to superiors, and they will come down with clockwork armies and gods.
I thought he was such a nice guy.
No, he's a two-faced liar is what he is.
Imagine if
what do you propose then? I'm not in for murder.
I propose we knock him out. tie him up and toss him into the jail. Maybe the council can deal with it. They have dealt with the League before.
But I don't think the council wants to make enemies of the League.
I can take care of him if you don't want to. She looks at him.
Oh, the council has already made quite a few enemies in the Technic League. However, not me. I like this town, I have to say. And I have...
You've been spying here before, then?
Well, I'm technically yes, but I have found out something that the town might very much rely on at this point, and I'm willing to give you that for absolutely free and without any
Good, tell us.
Okay, you see the what's his name, Garmin Ulref, the proprietor of the Silver Disc Hall. He has a warehouse in the northeastern corner of town, and I believe that there's something very fishy going on there. And I do believe that it has something to do with all this business here, because you see, there was this purple-haired woman that I saw with him, that he and her made some kind of deal, and then she disappeared, and then the torch went out, and now there's a warehouse guarded by much too many people, even though it's supposed to be abandoned.